Hello, my name is Kisha and I came to talk about advocating for fair early educators' compensation. Good evening, everyone. Maria Wright Elderman once profoundly noted, "If we don't stand up for children, then we don't stand for much." As an early childhood educator, parent, and assistant teacher, I'm standing before you tonight to address a critical crisis threatening the very foundation of our early learning system: the systematic undercompensation of early childhood educators and the resulting unsustainable staff turnover rates. My stance on this issue is absolute and unwavering. We cannot provide high quality care or promote human flourishing for young children while forcing the professionals who teach them to live in near poverty. To secure the future of our children, we must immediately implement state funded wage parity for early childhood professionals. The key stakeholders in this crisis encompasses all of us, including the children themselves, their working parents who rely on stable care, our hardworking early childhood workforce, and business leaders who need reliable community workforce. When an early educator leaves a center because their wage fails to meet basic living standards, the young children bears the deepest development cost. Current research by the Center for the Study of Child Care Employment highlights that the national median hourly wage for early education assistant is an unsustainable $11.88. This financial strain drives annual turnover rates up to an astonishing 40% in private centers. This type of turnover actively violates established best practices. Groundbreaking research from edworkingpapers.com explicitly proves that high teachers turnover directly disrupts secure attachment bonds. This disruption directly compromises young children's development across all critical domains, including early literacy, language acquisition, emotional self-regulation, and social emotional confidence. To mitigate this crisis and fulfill the true needs of our young learners, we must mandate and fund salary parity, ensuring that early childhood teachers with equivalent credentials earn wages equal to their K-12 counterparts. Fortunately, we are not standing alone in this struggle. National and federal agencies are actively championing this exact cause. The National Association for the Education of Young Children, the premier professional organization for our field, provides comprehensive policy frameworks and legislative toolkits aimed directly at advancing the early childhood profession. Currently, national advocacy organizations like the First 5 Year Fund continuously mobilizes federal resources and support localized wage compensation pilots to protect early learning programs. Investing in our early childhood workforce is not merely an economic issue, it is a profound moral obligation. When we ensure that our teachers can financially flourish, we create stable, warm, and responsive learning environments where every child can flourish as well. I urge each of you to join me in advocating for increased state and federal investments in early childhood compensation. Let us stand up for our educators so that they can continue to stand up for our children. Thank you, and thank you for listening.